Good morning, everyone. My name is Jason. I am here representing Vinoshipper, and we have invited a couple of our friends from SimpleTexting, Eileen, and also from VinterActive, Brian, to show us a little bit about the power of text marketing. And I'll go ahead and turn it over to them.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Jason. And thank you for this opportunity to introduce Vinoshipper clients to the power of text marketing. My name's Eileen. I am the partner manager here at Simple Texting, and I love helping alcohol merchants profit from compliant text marketing. I've personally helped hundreds of small businesses profit from SMS messaging. And with over 18,000 clients in the US and Canada, Simple Texting is the industry's leader in providing text messaging for alcohol merchants that are selling age-gated restricted products like wine, beer, ciders, and spirits. So joining me today is our partner, Brian from VinterActive. VinterActive is an extensive wine industry experience, and the integrations we built together make it easier than ever for our alcohol merchants to engage their customers with text messaging.
Thanks, Eileen. And thank you, Vinoshipper, for this opportunity to share the power of text marketing. I started VinterActive 20 years ago to help our friends in the wine industry profit from the best practices of direct marketing. Back then, we introduced email marketing to the wine industry and helped wineries of every size sell millions of dollars of wine. Today, we're going to show you how your business can grab an even bigger slice of the pie by using text messaging. Oops, got to click this. In today's seminar, we'll answer 5 questions. What is simple texting for Vinoshipper, and what does it do? Why use SMS for wine marketing? How much does it cost? Is it hard to use? And what's the easiest way to start? And after each section, we'll take a quick break to answer any questions you have. Are you ready? Let's
Let's do it.
go. All right. As Eileen mentioned, Simple Texting is the world's leader in compliant alcohol texting. As a direct marketer, I knew their system could help our clients if we customized it for the wine industry. So that's what we've done with Simple Texting for Vinoshipper. We built a custom system so alcohol merchants can delight customers and sell more wine by sending texts like these. Automated promotional text can support consumer engagement at every step of the customer lifecycle. This example targets new subscribers to a wine club. But with Simple Texting's precise targeting tools and the segments we build for your brand, you can send one-off promotional texts or automate ongoing drip campaigns triggered by customer interest. In addition to marketing texts, you can automatically send transactional texts like order confirmations and shipping updates, personalized with customer names, order numbers, and tracking information. And once you start texting customers, they're going to start texting you back, which is a huge win for you and your customers. Of course, consumers like the convenience of texting, but your inside sales team will love saving time and selling more wine when they have text conversations like this. So that's what simple texting for Vinoshipper does. It allows you to take full advantage of text marketing. Do we have any questions so far?
And folks, I will be monitoring the chat. If you do have any questions, please feel free to use the chat feature.
All right. Well,
You see a hand raised.
Yes. The allow to talk function isn't enabled in this webinar. Um, so if you did have a question, Rhonda, go ahead and use the chat and make sure
okay.
you send it to everyone.
Awesome. Well, we get a question a
Okay,
lot.
so I have a
Oh,
question. Where
awesome.
do the replies go to?
I can take this one. It funnels
All right.
into a dashboard, which we will show you a live demo of. So you'll get to see exactly where those replies funnel into. But great question.
Good question.
And she says, thank you. Thank you,
You're
Brian.
welcome.
Any other questions? Okay, let's see. All right, now you know what simple texting for Vinoshipper does. Here's a true expert in SMS wine marketing, Eileen Theodore from Simple Texting, explaining why alcohol merchants use text messaging.
Awesome. Thanks, Brian. So, in my experience, the alcohol merchants that I work with all started with the same question: why text messaging? My emails are doing just fine. Why do I need to add another component to my marketing? And here is the answer. It's quite simple. It's consumer preference. Also, the alignment with your customers' needs and your merchants makes it a little bit more easier to communicate with. And then, of course, you're providing that exceptional D2C marketing results. So, let me show you why. According to our latest research, about 79% of today's consumers receive text messages from their favorite brands. I know I do. I get tons of discounts and coupons that I get blasted with, and I love that because that is my preference. So if you're not offering consumers an option to stay in touch via SMS, you're really missing out on a huge opportunity to engage your best customers in the way that they prefer it, in the way that they like. In addition to the convenience aspect, it also meets their needs. In our latest research, about 73% of consumers like receiving texts about their appointment reminders and reservations. 68% of consumers enjoy receiving shipping notifications and order confirmations sent by text. And a whopping 58% of consumers like receiving text messages about discounts, promotions, and sales. And that's me. I'm the 58%. So this is exactly what simple texting for Vinoshipper is designed to do. And of course, it also meets your merchants' needs as well because it helps them sell more, save time, and of course, you have some happy customers at the end of it. So, a couple of different features we have with the automated promotional text, of course, that increases the sales while saving time, and it creates a really great environment for your consumers who have opted in to receive that marketing message. The automated transactional text messages, of course, save time as well. But your customers don't have to call in. They can just kind of click a text message and get updates regarding their shipment. So that will help eliminate bogging down your phone lines. And lastly, while one-on-one SMS conversation does take a little bit of time, they are a highly effective way to give that exceptional customer service experience to those customers that have questions or want to come in and chat with you about future products. Now, if you're looking for a top reason why wineries are moving to text marketing, the results essentially speak for themselves. With about 5 times the open rate and 7 times the click-through rate of email marketing, every text that you send generates about 35 times more customer engagement compared to email. So, to put that into perspective, if you have a list of 300 opt in SMS subscribers, that can generate the same result of an email list of 10,000 emails that you're going to be sending out. So, not only are you cutting down on the volume of emails you're sending, but you're really targeting those customers who actually want to receive text from you. So, in short, that's essentially why our wine marketers love text messaging. I'll pause there for a moment. Do we have any questions? I don't think
Great.
so. Okay.
All right, let's move on then.
All right. Perfect. So now that you've learned what simple texting for Vinoshipper does and how the wine marketers can use it, you might be wondering how much it costs. That's always the question of the hour. I'm going to pass it over to Brian and he can dive a little bit deeper into the cost aspect.
Awesome. Our pricing is completely transparent. Most of our clients pay $98 to $298 a month to use our integration with Simple Texting. Our integration costs $59 a month, and Simple Texting's plans start at $39 a month and go up from there depending on how many texts you send. Since we fully customize Simple Texting for your brand, we also charge a one-time $59 setup fee that includes 1 month of Simple Texting. And once you know that Simple Texting works for you, we recommend you change to an annual plan to save another 20%.
And for perspective, I'm just going to jump in here. If you were to come directly to us to set this specific integration up, our pricing is a little bit more expensive. It is a one-time $1,000 setup fee and $199 monthly. So you really are getting a bang for your buck with using it via VinterActive.
All right. Thanks for that. Now that you know the price, here's what you get. Your choice of SMS numbers, local or toll-free, brand registration to send commercial alcohol texts, built-in text marketing tools customized for your brand, real-time integration with Vinoshipper, full access to all simple texting features, and live support delivered by VinterActive and SimpleTexting. And if you want to know how it works, VinterActive receives real-time customer, order, and shipping data from Vinoshipper's APIs. Then we route this data to a simple texting account customized for your brand so you can send promotional or transactional texts while engaging consumers in one-to-one text conversations, all while enjoying full access to Simple Texting's industry-leading features. Do we have any questions about the cost? Right. Oh, we do have a question, looks like.
The question is, can you cover the monthly cost again, please?
Yeah. Uh, well, let's see. I think it's here, right? Um, yeah, if you work with us, you're going to pay us $59 a month for the integration. And you're also going to pay Simple Texting for their services, right? So their plans start at $39 a month. So 39 plus 59 is $98. And so that's where it starts if you're going to use Simple Texting for Vinoshipper. And some of our clients send 7,500 texts a month and they pay $298 a month. Does
Yeah.
that answer your question?
Yeah, it's also based off of the volume that you send. So, of course, the more credits that you need, the higher package that you have. But the great thing is, if you are unsure of that, you can always ramp as needed.
Amanda, could I get a little more clarification from your question? But Vinoshipper is 1,000 to set up. We don't have any upfront charges to set up your account. So I'm a little confused as to.
Yeah, I think Eileen mentioned that if you
Oh,
go directly to Simple Texting, it costs more than using our integration. So
yeah.
there's no $1,000 fee.
Yeah, no, I was just trying to give you perspective on the savings that you're getting going through VinterActive versus coming directly to our team and having our team build it out for you. It's going to be more costly if we do it. So just kind of highlighting that it's more of a cost-effective way to funnel it through VinterActive as he's already built out the integrations for you. So you're saving a ton of money monthly. Does that clarify it?
They say, oh, gotcha.
Okay, perfect.
And then are you seeing this being used for Wine Club mostly in Vinoshipper or all customers? I don't know if that's more of a question for you folks or for me.
Well,
I mean,
we just launched this product, so we don't work with any Vinoshipper customers. So you
Oh, we
can be
don't
the
have any.
first.
Okay. Very good.
But we have wineries using it on other platforms. And wait, what was the question?
I think maybe to the meat of the question, and Cassie, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that for the most part, people start engaging with their club members, seeing as,
mhm.
your club members are your biggest fans, and then you would kind of expand outward from there. Does that answer your question?
And that's pretty
Awesome.
spot on to what
Perfect.
we've seen from
That's what
other
we
clients. Yeah.
say.
Yeah, texting your club members, it's a great place to start in general with anything. You let them know that orders are ready for customization, all kinds of good stuff.
Yeah, and if I can say this, they love you, right? So you might not be as confident as you might be when you're starting new. If you make a little mistake or something, and you feel like I wish I'd have done this, they'll forgive you. That they love you. So that's why if you have a wine club, I'd start with them because they're the ones that are missing your emails, right? Before a shipment, they wished they had received the email, so they'll sign up for SMS.
And
For sure.
Eileen, quick, this might be coming up a little later in the presentation, but the opt-in process, they have to sign up to receive the text. Is that coming later?
Yes. In short, you have to have express written consent, which is essentially getting them to opt in. And I'll show you a couple ways to do that. We'll review that a little later, but that is very important. The carriers are very strict on that. So our job is to make sure we set you up for success so that that is in place.
So to that point, just like us here at Vinoshipper, Simple Texting and VinterActive, we are all three of us about compliance. So nothing that what we're going to do is going to set you on the wrong side of the law. That's the last thing that any of us want.
Right.
For sure.
And then
Yeah.
our customers are currently receiving shipping notifications prompted by us. So these messages would be in addition to the emails that are sent out. Already in the Vinoshipper checkout process, this is a question for Connor. You can unclick the order confirmation. Um, you can't unclick the order confirmation for club shipments, but you can for the place an order feature on your Vinoshipper account, desktop, or the Vinoshipper application. Does that answer your question, Connor? Awesome. All
Okay.
right. Anything else,
Mhm.
folks?
Lots of great
Back
questions.
to
I
you
appreciate
guys.
them.
Absolutely.
Thanks. All right, awesome. So now that we learned what simple texting does, why it works, how much it costs, I'm sure you're wondering how easy is it to use? I know we had a question come up earlier of, where does the text message go? So I'm happy to kind of show you a quick and dirty demo of our dashboard. So let me just flip on over here. Can everyone see that screen okay? Just need a thumbs up to make
Coming
sure.
up for
I
me.
can't. We're good? Okay, perfect. So this is our dashboard. True to our name, we try to keep it as simple as possible. When you first log in, you will see all of your credits, what you've used, what you have remaining for the month. And then, of course, if you need to purchase more, we do have the option to upgrade your plans as needed. So you're not locked into any contracts. You can cancel at any time. There's no ball and chain here. Um, and then, of course, as far as some quick analytics, you can see how many messages you sent month over month, along with your subscribers. So anyone who has opted in or out of receiving messages, and then your inbox at a glance. On this side, we have all of our buttons. Starting off with our number option, this is great if you're looking to add multiple locations or multiple team members. We have a couple different wineries that set this up to where one number is specifically for marketing, another number is for inside sales, and then another one is for the wine tasting room. So really the world is your oyster on how you want to set up your numbers and how many you'd like to have. Flipping over to the inbox, this is where you can have that one-on-one conversation and engagement with your clients. Great for customer service, answering questions, and having that live engagement with an actual human and not a robot. I know AI is taking over. I'm still someone who enjoys having a human interaction, so you can do that here. A couple of features to note in the inbox. You can delegate roles and responsibilities by assigning conversation to yourself. And by filtering them out, you can see exactly who you're talking to and who you are responsible for. We do have all of the typical buttons that you'll see here, like emojis. You can add links, we can add images. You can have a place to house your templates here as well. And then, of course, if you're really fancy, add in your business card here. It's a virtual one. So if you need to send that information out, you can do that. Another feature we have is leaving notes for one another. This is great if you're handing off conversations to other team members. You can see here, please call Eileen back. She wants, our latest wine, or what promotions you have, or if she has a question about shipping, things like that. Now, if you are totally not going to use the inbox, which I think you should, you can always set up our automated away bot. And how this works is you'll just set up your times, and this will allow your customers to still receive a response from you, even though it might be after hours. So that way, no one's left on red. All right, funneling over to the campaigns button. This is where you're going to do a lot of your mass messaging or marketing. It's very simple to set up. You just click new. You're going to name your campaign. This is internal, just a reminder for yourself. You can choose between SMS or MMS. MMS does use more credits, but this allows you to add a more meatier message or adding an image, flyer, poster, things like that. From there, we do have an AI bot. Similar to ChatGPT, you can type in a couple of words and it'll spit out some prompts for you. This is really great. If you've got writer's block or if you're just really not great at marketing, you've got a little buddy there to help you. From there, you'll add the body of your message. We have a couple of ways to personalize the message to make it a little bit more tailored to that specific customer. So whatever information you've pulled in or we pull in from Vinoshipper, you can also add custom tags. So if you want everyone to get a message, addressing them specifically, you can do that with these tags. From there, you will just select the list or segment that you want to send to. The great thing is if you have a client that signed up to be on multiple lists, they're not going to be blasted every time you send out the campaign. They're only going to receive one message. So that saves on your credit usage as well. You can also just target individual contacts too. And then of course you can exclude specific lists or contacts as well. So this is great if you've already sent out a mass message and someone is like, oh, thanks, I've already got this. You can exclude that from them from the messaging. The other thing that you can do, send your message immediately, schedule it, or make it something that's reoccurring. So that is campaigns at a glance. Moving on to keywords. This is kind of a great way to get extra engagement from your clients, similar to kind of like using a QR code. We've had a couple wineries that set up a QR code in their tasting room, clients scan it, it auto populates on your phone. All they have to do is click send. So no forms to fill out, no emails to respond to. It's really quick and easy. We've had a couple of other clients that use keywords on their social media for contests to be entered in to win. So great way to, again, push out that engagement with your clients. We do have built-in apps as well. If you're really kind of into data, you can add some data collection components to your messaging, text to win contest. You can push out surveys. How did you like that wine you had the other night? Things like that to really kind of gauge where, people are at with their wine tasting or which products they would like to see. So really great for feedback. And then really quickly, adding in your contacts here, if you already have a list that has already, you've already built that pre-opted in list, you can drag and drop that in here and essentially customize your own contact list as well. It's very simple to do. Brian will customize this for you as well with custom fields. So based off of the information that you want to pull in, he can get that set up for you. And then lastly, two more things to kind of hit on very briefly. We do have an analytics page. This is great for the people who love numbers and seeing the data, but this is great just to get an idea of how well your campaigns, autoresponders, or your keywords are doing and how they're resonating with your audience. This is great if you add a URL to your messaging. You can see how many times it's clicked, what that click-through rate is. I've had one client that sent out a link to have everyone sign up for a Taylor Swift gathering at her pottery studio, and the engagement blew up. So just another way to really kind of get the word out there. And then lastly, we do create custom integrations, which you've seen. That's what VinterActive has done, but we have some in-house native integrations as well. So if you are leveraging MailChimp, all you have to do is sign in with your credentials, and our system will then start to pull all of those emails in, so that way you have their contact information here as well. And that is pretty much the nitty-gritty of SimpleTexting in a nutshell. There's a lot more to it, but that's essentially the overview of what our customers are seeing there.
And a couple questions come through, Eileen.
Sure
First,
thing.
is there additional cost to add multiple numbers?
There is. So you get your first number for free. Every number after that is $10 per number per month. We also provide 3 free user seats. So if you're adding additional users, that's $20 per user per month, but we're flexible. We can work with pricing on that if it's outside of your budget.
And then is the SMS phone number a dummy phone number? It doesn't physically ring on a phone, correct?
Correct. So that's a great question. If you have a landline that you want to continue to use and advertise, we can text enable that number if it's valid, and then you can text from your landline and still use it to receive phone calls as well. We also have a call forwarding feature. So if anyone does happen to call your simple texting dummy number, we can forward it to a number that you'd like. That's an additional cost as well. But again, we can kind of work with you on that. It's typically $50 a month, but I've been flexible with other people as well.
And then how do folks opt into the service? Is there a pop-up? What does the customer say?
Yeah,
You know,
so
the next
you'll,
the next section, I'm going to show you some of the tools we built because
yeah.
it's direct marketing, so you have to build a list first, and so
Mhm.
I'm going to show you the list tools that we built for you.
Thank you, Brian.
Awesome. We will
And
dive into that.
you good to go?
Any other questions?
Oh, let's see.
All right.
This is more of an integration question. And we have users that already have API connectivity through other platforms like Commerce 7. So if they sign up for Simple Texting, I would assume that the information would still flow from Commerce to Vino to you for segmentation and things like that. Do we know that? I don't know if I have an answer for that one, Amanda.
That's a great question. I'll have to check and see. I'm pretty sure there's a way to build out the integrations to flow through multiple dashboards. I know we've set up something similar for other clients, but I can definitely get a confirmation from our developers for you.
Very good.
Okay. All right. Thanks, Eileen, for another amazing demo. You're the best. Now that you've learned what simple texting for Vinoshipper does, why it works, how much it costs, and how easy it is to use, I hope you'll ask yourself one more question. What's the easiest way to get started? And even though wine merchants can use text messaging in many ways, it helps to enjoy early success. That's why we recommend 3 easy ways to start building a text marketing program. For brands that offer wine clubs, the easiest way is by offering wine club members a way to receive text messages about their membership, right? Especially when there's a shipment coming up that maybe they need to change their credit card, things like that. But for brands with tasting rooms, another way to start is by offering tasting room visitors an opportunity to join your SMS list. And for wineries with busy websites, another way to start is by offering website visitors an opportunity to stay in touch via text. And this is how we can help. And this should answer, or maybe answer some of the questions that you had earlier, right? To start with wine club members, we're going to customize a pre-built form that you can add to any page of your website so club members can receive the text they want. And if you look at this form, right, there's preferences. They can choose the type of text that they're going to receive, and that makes them very happy, right? That's one of the reasons we get such better response from text marketing. So in our experience, if you offer this option to wine club members, you'll see 30 to 50% of your best customers opt in to receive text messaging. So we'll give you this form and you add it maybe to your contact page, something like that, right? So that's one way we can help you build a list. For wineries with busy tasting rooms, another way to start is by offering tasting room visitors a small incentive to join your SMS list. So for every brand we work with, we'll design at least 2 tasting room signs you can use to build your SMS list without asking customers to fill out a form. And for wineries with busy websites, another way to start is by offering website visitors an option to join your SMS list. So for every client we work with, we'll create at least 2 website pop-ups and keywords your customers can use to join your SMS list. And in this view here, in this in this slide, the orange button at the bottom, that's just a button on a website. You click on that button and it'll pop up this QR code. So if someone's on their desktop machine and they grab their phone, that'll initiate a chat. Uh, right? So now you know what simple texting for Vinoshipper can do for any alcohol merchant. If you have more questions about simple texting for Vinoshipper, I invite you to book a live demo with me. Or if you're ready to start texting now, use the QR code on this page to sign up. One click is all it takes to start texting your customers in 7 days or less.
And to make it even easier, since you all attended the webinar, you'll receive a 30% off for 3 months and have exclusive access to a dedicated support manager, me and Brian, and a professional alcohol compliance team when you subscribe to any simple texting plan before April 30th.
Woohoo!
All right. Any final questions?
So yes, Brian, can you go over once again the VinterActive and simple texting connection? Like, why are we needing both of you here?
Yeah. Eileen, can you go to that slide with
Sure. Yeah.
the pictures?
So the way I like to think of it is think of VinterActive as the brain and we are the drivers. Kind of the best way to
Um,
explain it.
So you can definitely work directly with simple texting, but you'll have to create your own segments, all of your branded sign up pages, and you can still save 30% if you work with them directly. So yeah, we customize simple texting with the tools, segments, pre-built. Conversation starters, things like that, to make it easy to start texting right away. So you can work with us or you can work directly with simple texting. Does that answer your
That
question?
answer the question? And just to reinforce some things on your Vinoshipper account right now in live, if you click on account and go to integrations, there will be a box that will take you directly to the sign up page for VinterActive. So if you can't find the link or if you lose it or the QR code isn't working for you, it's already preloaded into your Vinoshipper account right there waiting for you. If there's not any further questions, okay, so excuse me. So if we worked with VinterActive, would that allow us to integrate? So VinterActive, they are partnered with SimpleTexting. This is just one marketing piece that we offer for our producers because we're not a marketing platform. So MailChimp and SimpleTexting just expanding on the offerings that we have for our producers. So as far as integrating more with Vinoshipper, while the API data will flow into your accounts, that's pretty much the basis of us being connected, if that makes sense. Um, if we process a wine club order, could it automate a notice to all the members, letting them know? So, yes, if you process an order, you can set up certain things within your simple texting account. If I'm saying this right, sorry, I
Yeah.
don't mean to tell you guys
That's
No,
correct.
that's correct.
to let your people know that yes, your order is ready for pickup. Come on and get it. Yes.
Mhm.
Which is a
Yeah.
beautiful, beautiful function. I mean, that would be amazing. Hopefully, more
Yeah.
engagement, more sales, right?
Mhm.
You send out a text and people start making reservations for tasting. People maybe start buying over those links that you're sending through those text messages. So the possibilities really are vast.
Yeah. There's one other thing that we didn't touch on, but we've set this up for another client of the abandoned cart feature. So if someone comes to the website and is shopping and they happen to click a couple of bottles of wine and put it in in their cart but forget about it, we can automate that to send out a text message as a reminder like, "Hey, you left it in your cart. Here's 20% off. Go and purchase it." So lots of different ways to again drive that engagement.
So a couple of things. How many messages are included in the different tiers of pricing?
Oh,
Um,
there's a lot. We start from a 500 credit package all the way up to 50,000 credits per month, and then we can also go into custom credit packages as well. I've built packages into the millions, so it's really kind of based off of your budget, how much you plan to text. I think there was another question of what is the coupon code again?
Oh
It's
yeah,
wine30, and it's valid until April 30th.
perfect. And then, so I see a challenge for the initial sign up for customers to receive text messaging marketing. Um, as far as that would be a discount code, I would say, Connor, that you would set up for your customers. If it's in the tasting room, obviously that's simple. You would apply that to anything that they purchased in that same moment. But online, I would say that, let's see, trying to think. Ew.
yeah, good
You know what? That
question.
would be something that you would have to engage with either through the text, like you would, yes, you would send them a coupon code that would apply in their Vinoshipper cart through the text that you send when they sign up.
There you go. That would be that's perfect.
Yes.
When they sign up, there's an automatic response, and that could
Oh,
have the
perfect. Okay.
coupon code.
I figured there was. Thank you. Sorry again. Don't mean to step on you. But yeah, so I would just include like, wine 10 or whatever coupon code that you want to come up with that you would then send to your customer. Yeah. And then is a credit a phone number, like one ping or
Yeah, so it's also based off of your character limit. If you're sending a short and sweet text message that's 160 characters, one text to one phone number is one credit. So if you have 100 people you're sending a message to, that's going to use 100 credits. If you have a longer message that's up to 306 characters, that's considered an extended SMS. So that's going to utilize two credits. So essentially doubling the amount of credits that you use. And then, of course, if you're using an MMS, which means you've included an image or you have used up to 1,600 characters, I really hope we're not sending stories to our clients, but if it's 1,600 characters, it's going to end up using three credits, so triple the amount there. Hope that answers that question.
And, and I can say that we've tested this. If you need to send a picture, put it in. That's an MMS, right? It costs three times as much. You can also just put a link to your picture, in your on your website. People like text because they're short. So try to send short texts. If you need to send something long, use email. There's definitely a difference.
Or we have link shorteners too. If you want to drop it in a link and send the link, that's a great way to drive them to your website.
Okay.
Lots of great
A-
questions.
Any other questions? This is great engagement.
Mhm.
well, thank you both, Brian and Eileen, for spending some time with us. For you, Eileen, this afternoon, for you, Brian, this morning. And again, remember, account integrations that will take you directly to Brian's landing page. Wine 30, that's going to be until you said the end of April.
Yep.
Correct. Yep.
Yep. So that
Oh, and there was a
30%. Go ahead.
yeah, there was a question about where did I put this this wine 30? We're going to put it in for you because we're going to pay for the first month of simple texting, and then once we transfer ownership to you, you'll still have those the however many weeks are left. You got 3 months of 30% off.
Perfect. Thank you again very, very much. Really exciting. I hope that you are getting a stream of our producers coming to you because texting, man, it is the best and easiest way nowadays to engage with your customers. So,
For sure. Thank you so much for having us. Really appreciate it.
most
Thank you.
definitely. Thanks, guys. Have a
Bye,
great
everyone.
day. Bye, everyone.